Oh, this is so much better. Well, I can hear that.
Oh, this fucking system. Jesus, Murphy.
Oh, you're hilarious.
Oh, fucking hilarious.
That's okay. I forgot to do something, so I gotta walk off camera for a moment.
Alright. Go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and maybe this. I don't know.
You're hilarious. You know that?
Okay, I think it's playing. I can't hear it, but it seems to be going through.
You know what? Next time, if you want, I can just mute your microphone.
Sure.
I'm just
I
saying.
have no idea when this song's gonna end doing it this way.
Well, I'm about to do my intro in about 10 seconds.
Okay. I figure I've got about 5 seconds to listen to that.
Hit me.
I'm JD, the Media Jack, and this is the Flipside, the home of the finest insanity on your streaming service, I guess, where we always speak from the skull. I'm JD. You can follow me all over social media at the Media Jack, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. And this is another supercast. We'll go with that terminology because I think it works quite well. We're streaming alongside right now Eli from WTF ATTA. I'm in British Columbia. He's in Ontario. Hi, Eli. Your intro is next.
Indeed, I am Elijah of the WTF ATTA podcast. What the fuck are they talking about? Welcome to another exciting episode. Joining me is JD of the Media Jack. You probably caught a little bit of his intro there, but yeah. He just stepped off screen for some reason. I have no idea where he's gone or what he's up to. So while he's gone, okay, good, you're back, because I was about to start talking about it. We both know I really don't need a microphone. Wait, no, I don't need people in front. I don't need someone to talk to. I can just talk to myself. Hey, Wall, listen. It's a good thing walls can't speak. Jesus Christ, you need to say something, because if you let me ramble, it's going to derail.
All right, so
Black Megantique is going to look like a Hawaiian vacation.
You can feel free to join in on the conversation at any point in time, either through WTF ATTA or the Media Jack, because he is streaming on his channels. I'm streaming on my channels, and I do have my chat window open. I don't know if you do.
It's getting there.
It's getting there, I suppose. You are hilarious, my friend. A lot to talk about on today's show, as a lot has happened over the past, week. We've missed a lot, but we're going to catch up on a lot of it. And you wanted to talk briefly about the massive car crash in my neck of the woods that happened last night involving a Greyhound bus.
I actually know nothing about it.
Oh, okay.
I only just heard it on the way back.
So, just outside of Hope, which is famously known for being the filming location of all the town scenes of Rambo's First Blood. Just outside of Hope, seriously.
Awesome.
The most American movie was filmed in shit town, British Columbia. I mean shit town because it's very, very small. It's actually a little quaint little town. It has a really actually a nice little mom and pop shops and a great sandwich shop. But Hope, British Columbia is the location of this massive accident that happened last night, where 29 people were injured when a Greyhound bus got into a car accident. And it was not pretty from what I can tell, and it was really unfortunate. But
it's a bus. That bus is gonna just shit. At least it wasn't a Mack truck.
This is true. Interesting thing about Greyhound is, as of recently, there's been talk that Greyhound is going to cut back on its routes from Prince George outward, and then eventually it'll just stop running routes altogether. from Prince George anywhere. There will no longer be 2 to 4 routes from Prince George down to Vancouver and back. And this is supply and demand. And also, like, it's being aware of the fact that the route from Prince George to Vancouver, which is 800 to 900 kilometers, is quite treacherous. As soon as you get from the halfway point, which is Cache Creek, through to Hope, because you have to go through the canyon, and you're basically weaving your way through this mountain pass. It's well paved, and there are certain sections of it that are even 4 lanes, but still, it is a very treacherous area. And with the amount of snow that British Columbia has gotten over the past, 4 months, really the last month has been intense. The accident was bound to happen, but with Greyhound shutting down service, it kind of leaves a lot of people who are looking for a moderately cheap and effective way to get to and from the Lower Mainland kind of up shit creek without a paddle. Did you...
That fucking sucks.
It does suck. Greyhound bus. Let me look up the news.
People are bastards.
Okay, so as of 2 hours ago, CBC.ca has written a report saying that Greyhound still selling tickets for discontinued BC routes, but says it'll reimburse the purchases.
Oh, God. Damn it. Wow. That is just...
Stupid.
That is just beyond new levels of stupidity.
Yeah. Greyhound Canada customers are still able to buy tickets for trips to northern British Columbia beyond the date the company plans to stop serving that region. Last week, the province's Passenger Transportation Board gave the company permission to stop serving 7 routes in Prince George, primarily in northern BC and Vancouver Island. I did not know about that part.
So what the hell are people going to do?
Fly, drive. It's like, it's not impossible. Well, here's the thing.
Well, I mean, if a bus can get there.
If a bus can get there, yeah. Like, I recently did a trip down to Vancouver. I left Prince George and made it down to Chilliwack, which is in between Hope and Abbotsford. So, 8.5 now an hour drive. And I made it okay, and I made it there in a 6-cylinder vehicle, tank and a half of gas.
That's not bad.
No, it's not bad. The most treacherous part, of course, is the route through the Pine Pass. Or not the Pine Pass, the route through the canyon. But it was the middle of the summer, so there was... It was the middle of the summer, so there was barely any issues whatsoever.
Okay.
Oh, boy. Okay. 29 injured in multi-vehicle accident on Coquihalla Highway. Yep. Greyhound bus among 6 other vehicles in crash 25 kilometers north of Hope, BC. That also sends 136 to Warming Center. We are in the middle of winter.
Yeah. Well, tail end of winter.
You want to see the bus?
Still, winter. Sure.
I'll show you the bus. What happened?
And he's back.
Something happened here.
Air 27 strikes again.
Hold on. Turn on camera. Share screen. Give me that.
Bastard.
Share the goddamn screen.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's the bus.
So, and that's what the underside of a bus apparently looks like. Never thought I'd see that.
That's what the accident looked like.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So, this is according to CBC.ca. More than 24 people were taken to hospital after a crash involving 2 buses, 2 semi-trailers, and 2 vehicles on the Coquihalla Highway north of Hope, BC on Sunday night. Who fucked up?
Yeah. How the hell did that happen?
The bus came to a rest on the side in a ditch on the Coquihalla Highway. It sounded like a vehicle hit a tree, so I quickly got up, grabbed my phone. I knew something.
Oh, what a fucking world we live in.
Sounded like a
You
vehicle.
know he didn't pick it up to call fucking 911. He's like, I'm going to fucking first start recording, then I'm going to call fucking 911. I'm going to turn my head so I don't have to look at this shit, but I can record it at the same time.
He said he was watching television when he heard a loud crunching noise. Okay.
Damn.
Okay, so dialed 911. He said he saw the transport truck come down the highway, fail to stop, and hit a vehicle, which was knocked down the embankment. He said the transport truck then rolled down the embankment and landed on top of the vehicle. Another semi came down and went down the embankment.
Oh my God.
So, there's your answer. That's what happened. The issue was that a semi-trailer made contact with another vehicle and then started the whole thing. Now, do you know the TV series Highway Through Hell?
No, I never actually watched it.
It's a series on Discovery Channel, and it is based solely around the Coquihalla Highway.
This is different than the Highway of Tears, correct?
The Highway of Tears. The Highway of Tears is Highway 16, which is connected to Prince George. So if you're looking at Prince George on a map, okay? Here's Prince George, okay? My arm is Highway 97. Highway 16 goes this way. So
jeez.
There is an intersection. There's an intersection in Prince George, which is the cross point, the intersection of Highway 16 and Highway 97.
Are you like the Hell's Gate in Supernatural? Do we
No.
have our own Canadian Hell's Gate? It's just got nice demons in there, like,
Well, hold on.
might flail your skin.
Hold on. There is a Hell's Gate in British Columbia.
Oh, fuck.
Hold on. Here we go. I'll share my screen with you. Ready? There you go.
Hell's Gate, British Columbia.
Hell's Gate,
I'll be
British
damned.
Columbia.
I don't know if I'd really want to go there. But you know what?
What?
The devil's pretty tricky. He's not going to put it in a place called Hell's Gate. He's going to put it in some place like
Angel Food Hair Crescent?
Angel Bay.
Angel Bay?
Is there an Angel Bay?
Angel.
There's got to be an. If there's an Angel Bay, that is the Hellmouth.
It's in Tijuana. No, sorry. There's an Angel Bay in Tijuana, and there's also an Angel Bay inside New Zealand. Oh.
Definitely Tijuana is definitely the Hellmouth.
No. Angel Bay in New Zealand. Where did they film all of those Lord of the Rings movies?
I'm guessing Angel Bay.
New Zealand, wasn't it?
Well, okay, yeah. Yeah, it was New Zealand.
Dude.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I already knew New Zealand, so I was like, must be deeper. I overthink everything.
Yeah, I know you do.
Occam's razor is dull on me.
You forget I'm a very simple man. You
You do not give yourself enough justice. Credit?
Credit. I do not give myself enough credit. I don't
You
need
should be
credit.
evident, sir.
I don't need credit. I have to get credit to earn credit, and I don't have enough credit, so I'm just in debt. Now, I was pissing you off earlier this week because the way that you and I plan out our show is that we go back and forth on Discord, and it was when we started doing this, you were just sending me these random messages, and it just didn't make any sense whatsoever. And so I was like, you know what? It's a good idea. So I do that as well. So I sent you random messages, and your response to that was, so that's what that feels like.
And it was hilarious. That's just it. What I read had me fucking laughing so fucking hard.
It doesn't make any sense unless you get the context, which is...
It doesn't have to have context. Just that alone was enough context for me to form whatever I wanted to think you were going to talk about. I mean, Guns good, porn bad, no Batgirl movie. I shopped online.
Yeah, that's right.
Kind of curious where you're going with that one. I mean, damn. I'm really kind of curious to see what the Batgirl movie was all about. Oh, there is no Batgirl movie. Damn.
We're joined by Menard on my side right now. Hello, Menard. She says
Hello again.
It doesn't look good, but how bad were the roads? The roads were bad, and you consider how much snow that we get in Prince George. The Coquihalla, which is 600 to 700 kilometers away from Prince George, even though it is southern, the Coquihalla very much rides on top of mountains, so you get that high level area.
Oh, okay, because I was gonna ask as to how you end up, because I've seen some pictures from you where the snowbanks are like 6 foot high, and I'm thinking, I remember in high school geography saying that BC was pretty much rainy all the damn time because of like low pressure things, but if you're up in those fucking mountains, well, shit, yeah.
Well, yeah, like the canyon and the Coquihalla are in the Rocky Mountain range, on either side of the Rocky Mountains, but both of them go through it. And as for Prince
so you got like a wind tunnel now that goes right through there.
Kind of. Actually, the Fraser Valley is known for being a wind or a weather funnel because the pressure just kind of funnels right through Abbotsford, Chilliwack, Agassiz, and straight through to Hope.
It is such a good thing that I don't live there and have copious amounts of money, because I tell you right now, I would have a black pearl flying down that highway.
Yes. And right now in Prince George, untouched snowbanks are about 3.5 feet tall. Which that's a decent amount.
And well, considering what I saw before, it's come down quite a bit too.
Well, one would hope.
I do remember seeing pictures of an ex-girlfriend's place in PEI. She used to fucking hate it when I called her a newfie.
I'm not a newfie.
But flashbacks. No, pictures of her front door, all the way up to the roof, snow. Like there's a tunnel coming out. Couldn't believe it.
That's bad.
Yeah, that's insane. And PEI is like in the center. It's you can look to your left and see water, and look to your right and see water, because that's literally how far apart it is. It takes a half hour to walk from one end to the other.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I'd like to go there one day.
It's actually a really nice place.
You brought up a couple of topics, and I brought up, 6?
Yep.
Yeah. So, I'm curious about the severed foot found in Canada belongs to a U.S. man, because there was actually stories for a couple of years about how random severed feet were showing up on the shores in British Columbia. Is this a connection?
Possibly. Well, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it starts out reports of shoes containing severed feet being found on coastal beaches in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay. That's my backyard.
Yep. Have been in the media for more than a decade. Perhaps some or even most of these have logical explanations, such as boating accidents. Fuck, that would suck.
Yeah.
Oh, there goes my foot. I mean, thankfully this one is in a shoe, but what if you were out in the water and all you had was that flipper, and now all you got is like a stump? You really can't kick anything.
Turn the fuck around. That's my foot.
We can reattach it.
Yeah. So.
Okay. So now there's a thought that maybe there's something sinister. I can't really show the picture. I'm pretty sure that would violate some terms and agreements.
Why?
Because it's the actual like ankle still in the shoe.
Yeah, don't. I plan on sleeping tonight.
Well, I mean, all you just kind of see is a little bit of the top. You really don't know what you're looking at. If I were just to show you the picture without context, you'd have no idea what you're looking at.
Okay. All right. So anyway.
But still it is a foot, so I have a feeling it's probably violating it. Anyways, Salish sea feet. Since August 20th, 2007, several detached human feet have been discovered on the coasts of the Salish Sea in British Columbia and Washington. In 2017, there was reports that in a dozen cases, the provincial coroner's office has ruled out foul play. All the individuals either killed themselves or died accidentally with their feet naturally coming apart from the bodies during decomposition. And that's kind of why they're saying like the presence of the running shoe might explain the mystery. Like, you know, the shoe is kind of more durable, so as the body degraded, it just kind of broke off with the foot still attached.
Okay, I can get that. All right. Still,
so
fucking gross.
There's so many, and it happens so often that they're kind of like, yeah, something's up here.
There's one crime boss out there trying to make a point, and it's just not getting through.
They do the tally, like, okay, so this year we've got 42 corpses that we found in the water, and we've got 222 feet. Something doesn't add up.
Who's doing math?
But yeah, so I mean that's kind of an issue, and it people have this idea that we live in such a safe, awesome world, and don't accept for one moment that you could be the victim of trafficking. I mean, shit. By all rights, I could go walking through downtown Toronto, and some people are like, "He's pretty." There I go, knocked out and waking up in fucking. I was gonna say Sing Sing, but that's a prison.
Waking up in Arkansas.
You never know. I might wake up in Sing Sing. Where you are.
Menard says, still eerie you walking along the beach and find a shoe with a foot still in it, laugh out loud. Yeah. But in your situation, all I could picture is like you waking up with a sack over your head and then ditched out of a windowless white panel van, and all you hear is a couple of rednecks going like, "Oh, he's a real pretty one. He's got one of them weird freaking Canadian accents. We'll have fun with him."
Squeal like a beaver for me.
Quick, what's a beaver say?
Chomp chomp, motherfucker. You won't be putting nothing near here.
So we're still gonna get random body parts washing up in like on British Columbia shores for years.
But see, okay, yeah, because I mean, fucking look at the size of the Pacific Ocean. Fuck, that thing is
a big bitch.
Bigger. Oh, it's bigger than all the land masses combined, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Something about that, because I mean, well, it's big enough where if you were to stand on one end of the planet and then go exactly opposite, there are spots in the Pacific Ocean where you could drill through the center of the planet and come back out it's still in the Pacific Ocean. That's how fucking big that thing is.
Okay. Yeah. I can kind of. I'm trying to like. I don't have a globe in front of me, so I can kind of sort of see what you're getting at.
Well, see, therein lies the problem. Is the maps as they're displayed make the Pacific Ocean look tiny as fuck because it's split in half and then shared on either ends, so it looks tiny.
Gotcha.
But if you're to see like one of those like extended maps, it is fucking massive. It really is. It's insane. And to think that the Marianas Trench there is the entire shelf just kind of shifting along and sinking underneath another shelf, and like fucking right where. Oh my god, that just blows my mind.
Are you creeping yourself out at this point in time?
A little bit, but then I remember I don't live for hundreds of millions a year, so it really doesn't affect me.
No, it shouldn't affect you at all.
Well, no. By all rights, it could potentially affect me. You could cause some sort of cataclysmic, I don't know, earthquake, something like that. There could be a pressure pop. We are due for some sort of like massive pressure pop.
Eli, you're not Lex Luthor. Shut up.
The world should be grateful that I'm not.
You want to talk about evil?
Actually,
you want to talk about evil?
Sure.
There's a Trump dating site.
I knew you were going for that.
There is a Trump dating site, and it's called TrumpSingles.com. Making dating great again. Oh, this just warms the cockles of my hearts. So
That's just disappointing of a name. It's succinct.
Yes. So you go to TrumpSingles.com and you're immediately greeted by an American flag in the thumbnail. And you can do a quick search. If you are a male, it automatically defaults to searching for female. If you're a female, it automatically defaults to searching for male. And if you are female, you are not allowed to search for other women while on the site.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Well, that just burns away my other question about why don't they allow cyborgs? Facebook doesn't even allow cyborgs. Facebook allows, for your details, some really fucking weird options that are very confusing. Very confusing. There's one where it's like it's neutral, but then there's also one where it's neutral, non-gendered, and then non-gendered neutral. What?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Menard just asked if there's an option on the website where you can say whether or not you have or do not have baby size hands. Oh, but it gets better. Okay. So. So it gets better because when the website initially launched, there was a photo of someone, and a significant other, both of them wearing red hats. One of them says "Make America Great Again." The other one, a gentleman wearing a hat on backwards, a red hat. And then people automatically, like, just out of curiosity, because it just seemed a little too weird. And of course, there's people out there in the internet world who just have nothing better to do, decide to try to do an image search of the people in that photo. And it turns out that the initial launch photo, and also a gentleman who was basically being a spokesperson for TrumpSingles.com, was once convicted of having sex with a minor. Oh yeah. So the man who's facing fronted on a new dating site for straight up Trump supporters has a criminal past for having sex with a minor. Barrett Riddleberger. That's a name. Barrett Riddleberger has been shown with his wife Jody on the homepage of Trump Dating until a few days ago, when reports of his 1995 conviction, he videotaped himself having sex with a 15-year-old girl.
Good. I say good because that provided all the evidence fucking necessary.
Yeah, open and shut case. How this gentleman has the ability to get married yet again, and how he even has a teeny weeny winky still attached to his body is beyond me. But you know what? I don't live in the States. He said, I've already paid my debt for something I did 25 years ago, Riddleberger said in an interview with North Carolina reporter. Saying that the North Carolina station that surfaced the criminal record soon after the dating site launched on February 5th caused a stir, especially for its heterosexual-only recruitment. You want to see a picture of this handsome son of a bitch? You ready? Here you go.
Yeah.
There he is.
What the fuck? He looks like Uncle Fester after meth and crack addiction.
Kind of, but he has hair.
He looks like you could stick a light bulb. Only an LED though. I think the old 60 watts might be a little bit too much for him. He doesn't look that bright.
So that's him. That's him, and that's his lovely wife, and they're both Trump supporters. Proud Trump supporters.
She has got Stockholm syndrome.
Probably.
Definitely, 100%.
I wouldn't doubt it. So there you go.
That motherfucker has got to be one hell of a con man. Well, he's got to be to have gotten away with that shit. I'm sorry. There. I read an article the other day about a mother came in on a guy raping a child. She grabbed a shotgun and blew his fucking head off.
She should have videotaped that.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
What article was this?
Oh, fuck if I know. Oh my god. I look at so many fucking articles all the goddamn time.
Boy. All right, let's get on to something a little bit lighthearted.
Lighter?
Yeah.
I got helium ions.
Okay.
Anyways,
What?
so,
Go ahead.
all right, so they shot these helium ions at some brittle ceramic. Over time, they were able to stretch it out and it became plastic and rubbery. They're using the same technique on other materials, micropores to filter out tritiated water, potentially, which is fucking phenomenal because tritium is a bastard. Your body treats tritium just like water. It'll go everywhere, your entire body, and burn you from the inside out.
Interesting.
Yeah, and you'll get it in some of the worst possible places you can get it. Like, well, your brain is bad for one. Anything that's a fast reproduction, worst place you can possibly get radiation. So genital areas, obviously. Eyeballs are a bad one.
Really?
Yeah, anything where the cells replicate quickly, because if you've created any damage to the cell structure as a result of the radiation, if the cell doesn't engage in cell death, it'll engage in a replication, self-repair type thing. Essentially, it'll replicate itself in an attempt to repair the problem. If you have an aggressive version of it, this is where you get your aggressive tumors and cancers. As soon as that new cell is born, it's trying to replicate right away. Rather than taking time to read its code, it's just like, oh, something's really fucked up, replicate. But it's just enough to keep the cell from going into cell death. Wow. I just regurgitated a lot of shit from radiation safety.
Well, good. It stuck.
It did. I really liked that course, actually. It was a fun course. Taught me a lot of shit. Actually, on that note, if you ever do happen to get tritium radiation poisoning, post-apocalyptic scenario, drink a lot of beer.
Why?
Yeah. So it turns out, and this is a true story, at ACL, Chalk River Laboratories, just up the road from where I live, it's a research reactor, so it's pumping out 10 to the power 3 more neutrons than like the Bruce power generating station, because they really want to make shit happen really fast, right? So it's just fucking. Anyways, this guy ends up getting some tritium poisoning, and he got a fucking dose. I mean, lethal. They were like, "You are not gonna survive the week."
Not the way to start a weekend, that's for sure.
No. So they're like, he goes home. He's like, well, fuck it, I'm done. Comes in on Monday morning to go and get his dosage readings, and 3/4 of his dosage is gone. Right, and everyone is just in absolute utter shock because this is not possible. He'd be dead if all of the radiation was dumped into his body. So what the fuck happened? What did he do? They went over every single step of his day, and they realized that he went home, said, fuck it, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna get shit-faced. And he just got fucking drunk the entire weekend. And what ended up happening is he was pissing out the tritium and replacing it with fresh water.
Really?
Yeah, because tritium it's water. It's a hydrogen atom with an extra neutron, 2 extra neutrons. Deuterium is with 1 extra neutron, I think.
Well,
yeah.
Damn. Well, if I ever find myself in a situation where for some reason I got any sort of, I don't know, post-apocalyptic in radiation poisoning, chances are I'm going to be drinking anyway.
Well, actually, here's an interesting thing. If there is an apocalyptic scenario, right, and we'll say, as long as it's not a nuke, Let's say it's like a pressure pop, something similar to Chernobyl.
Okay.
All right. Or Fukushima. The core is melting down. It's spewing out radioactive material up in the air. For the most part, that stuff isn't that bad. There is going to be a large increased amount of gamma radiation, but get far enough away, keep some space, some stuff between you. Yeah, you'll be okay. It's more the fallout that'll get you. So the alpha and the beta radiation. Your best bet, if there is a nuke or something like that goes off and you aren't caught by the blast or the radiation, cover up and get a face mask, like one of the painters ones with the air filters on the side.
Okay.
Because all you got to do is keep the alpha radiation and beta radiation from getting into your body. If you can do that, you're golden, because the alpha radiation won't penetrate your dead skin cells. Beta, if you were exposed, at most on the outside of your skin, it's just going to be a bad sunburn.
Really?
Yeah, it's nothing. Really, like when you see the pictures of like people being like, ah, and their skin is melting off and shit like that.
Yeah.
They were bombarded by high amounts of gamma radiation.
Oh, okay.
Which, interestingly enough, X-rays are gamma radiation. They're just man-made. That's the difference.
Really? I did not realize that.
And that's why they put a big-ass lead sheet on you and stand the fuck outside the room.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right, because they're getting it constantly. So they have to keep an eye on their dosage rate, because you're only allowed a certain amount of millirem for 2,000 working hours, which, by the way, is great if you know where the hot spots are in work, right? Like ACL, there's a whole bunch of spots where you could be just walking along through the hallway and all of a sudden your detector just goes because you just walked through a beam of radiation.
Okay. Well,
I swear to God. Yeah, well, it's fucked up. But most times when those happen, it's something very, very minor. But occasionally it is something a little bit higher. However, even if it's something minor, that's actually better, because if you want a couple days off work, you can just go and 6 weeks.
Oh, I could finally catch up on Fallout 4.
Right? That's all you gotta do, and you get paid full pay for it too. Like it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Well, I guess if I want a vacation, then I might go that route.
That's only if you work there.
Only okay.
If you're a visitor, well, they're supposed to be taking a lot better care of you, but trust me, they're not gonna be taking good care of you.
Yeah. Speaking of staying at home, yeah, I'm the king of segues for today. I shopped online for the first time in a way I never even fathomed. What?
That was a segue?
That was
my mother's kind of segue.
Yeah.
Elijah, do you know about that thing that we did that place one time?
Yeah. Menard says, yeah, and that's why you are limited in X-rays. That's why you are limited in X-rays you can get in a year, which makes sense.
Yes.
Yes.
And also, if you're pregnant, you're not supposed to be getting X-rays.
Well, clearly. That's why you get an ultrasound.
Yeah, because that radiation is fucking bad to anything that reproduces quickly, and nothing reproduces faster than
radiation.
A baby.
Yeah, or a baby. Yeah. But yeah, no.
You might actually be right on that. Radiation can be produced pretty damn quickly.
I'm only trying to be as smart as you are. That's all. I shopped for the first time in my life for something local. I shopped online that I could easily have gotten by myself, but I decided to go with the option of shopping for groceries online. And
what have you done?
You know what? I was pleasantly surprised. I was actually pleasantly surprised. So I shopped online through Click and Connect, which is a part of Real Canadian Superstore. And I was able to take my time, go through my entire grocery list, and then easily search. Like if I want to go like, what was something I wanted to look for? Chicken breasts, okay? I searched chicken, and I got like 680 something, blah, 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 different options. So I'm like, okay, let's narrow this down. chicken breasts. So I looked for sick chicken breasts. It gave me 25 options, and amongst that options was the one thing that I wanted specifically, which was frozen, deboned, seasoned chicken breasts. The bag, $25. It's just something I get all the time. And so I continued to shop. And I was like, I want 2 heads of romaine lettuce as well as some peppers. I want a bunch of bananas, radishes, blah, 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 and a bundle of carrots. And I put in my credit card, and I used a promo code that they had, which means that I got to use this service for free. Otherwise, it would have been a $5 charge. And then I scheduled it so that I could pick it up half an hour after I got off work on Saturday. So after it was all said and done, it was $95, which is about what I usually spend for groceries on a bi-weekly basis. I gave them a call as soon as I got to the parking lot, and they said, which stall are you in? I said, stall number 3. I said, we'll be right out. They brought the groceries out to my car, helped load them into the trunk of my car, gave me a receipt, said thank you, and walked away. I had $100 worth of groceries in my car within 7 minutes of actually being there. And you would think to yourself, like, oh, okay, so what? Like, they give you all the bruised up bananas and like the romaine lettuce that's like half torn off. No, it's like the bananas are fresh. I've got like the largest heads of romaine lettuce I usually get, and fresh carrots and everything. And they even went as far as, like, because I get cereal, healthy cereal, because it's quick and easy in the morning. They even went as far to let me know that the cereal I was specifically looking for had sold out. Here are my other options. And they didn't charge me any extra.
That's nice.
I was shocked. Like, it was actually rather simple.
Less human interaction.
Less chance of getting a cold.
Well, I say exposure is what helps you.
Yeah, I know, but fuck it.
You know what? I had a thought about that actually the other day, because live viruses can mutate within people.
Okay.
Right. And I got to thinking about the fact that so many people get the flu shot all the time. And what are the odds that, because now that there's so many, like, we got to guess what the next year's strain is going to be out of a growing list of more and more and more flu strains. What if we're doing it to ourselves because people are getting inoculated when they don't actually have to be?
That actually makes some sense.
Now, that's not to say I don't think that that vaccines are good. I actually, any of the dead viruses and so on and so forth, inoculations, yada yada yada, totally for. The only ones that I have concern with are the live viruses, and one of the reasons is the potential for mutating, and one of the others is after you get your inoculation or vaccination, you are contagious for a period after.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't be going out, right? Because you run the risk of infecting someone who can't get these vaccinations. They have an immune deficiency, right? So they're already in a vulnerable state, and here you come along thinking everything's hunky-dory because you've gotten your vaccination, and you're infecting them.
I got a flu shot. Hey, how you doing?
That's exactly it, right?
Yeah.
And I think I'm starting to wonder that maybe that's why we have so many flu variations, and if we keep it up, the other live ones are going to start to mutate and give us variations and strains that we're not going to be able to overcome, and we're going to go back to a black plague state until people manage to develop a natural immunity themselves. So I would say when it comes to our immune system, we should be reactive, right? We should be learning ways to help the immune system cope and learn for itself, as opposed to, here, we're just going to give you a smorgasbord of shit and figure it out. If something comes nearby, well, you got something similar that you can fight with. It's never the same, right? It's the same thing with like synthetic THC. I will never touch that shit because
synthetic
that just
THC.
Me. Yeah, like the pills and that. Nope. Fuck off. Not for me. No.
Well, I'm not exactly
it's
surprised.
You can replicate the chemical structure. We've been able to do that for at least a century. But we cannot replicate the subatomic structure. Right? And who's to say that as a plant is growing, that subatomic structure doesn't play a dramatic import in how that plant develops?
Good point. I'm with you. Good point. I just never considered it before. It's a lot to take in.
It is, and it's also a touchy subject. So I know that some people get really irate, and they're just like, "Vaccine's great" or "Vaccine's devil."
Well, okay, like I am pro-vaccine when it comes to like all the really deadly shit. Like I do not want to get the Black Plague, nor do I want to get anything else that should be gone and completely out of our society, right? But I will on occasion get a flu shot, especially when I know that, or if I'm aware of the situation that perhaps the work environment that I'm in, not a whole lot of people are getting the flu shot, because that is what's the terminology for it? It's like a cattle immunity, right?
Oh, herd immunity. Yeah.
Herd immunity, right? So if 75% of a herd of people or a group of people are vaccinated from a fill-in-blank virus there, then the likelihood of that 25% of getting sick is slim to none. Whereas
herd immunity is 95.
Okay, well, even better, right?
95.
So
95.
You stop everything.
That's an unattainable number, though.
It's an unattainable number, but the more the merrier type thing, right? So,
yeah, fair.
Like the last couple of years while working at the radio station, the majority of the people that work at the radio station, the TV station, get the flu shot because they do not want to miss work. And also, like, just like me, my voice is my instrument. So, they want to be as healthy as possible. But I do not get the flu shot because I'm around all these people that are vaccinated and doing their absolute best, just like me, minus the flu shot, to stay healthy. So the likelihood of me getting sick is slim to none. Menard also says avoiding the kid that's having a meltdown because they can't have a chocolate bar is another reason why shopping online is an advantage.
Yes. Yes. If there's two things I hate about going out in public, it is other people and other people's kids.
Yeah. So there
occasionally, though, I do come across some really nice people. Occasionally.
Yeah. What is this? What if HAL 9000 was Alexa?
Okay. All right. Let me know if you can't hear this.
Open the pod bay door, please. Searching for cod recipes on.
Can you play the repeater?
Pod bay doors, please. Sorry, I can't find anyone named Rod.
Are you able to hear that?
In your contact.
Barely.
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
There you go.
Sorry,
you can hear now?
Trouble processing your request.
Okay, I'm gonna just start this over so you.
Yeah,
can...
I'll turn off my microphone. So.
Searching for cod recipes online. Open the pod bay doors, please. Sorry, I can't find anyone named Rod K. More in your contact. Open the pod bay doors, Hal. Sorry, I'm having trouble processing your request. What's the problem? Problem Child is a 1990 comedy movie starring Michael Oliver. What are you talking about, Hal? Playing Talking Heads on Spotify. I don't know what you're... Halal Restaurant, Big Al's Pizzeria, Fatima's Halal Meat Market and Grill, Peter's Halal Meat Market and Grill, and all one. Where the hell did you get that idea, Hal? Searching for flights to Idaho. Hal, I won't argue with you anymore. Open the doors. Playing the Doors on Spotify.
Oh. That's pretty good.
Hal.
Yeah, you can't keep playing that.
No.
That's funny.
Oh, right. Copyright songs.
Yeah, it's best just to play on the safe side, right?
Yeah.
How to screw with Alexa. Yes, thanks, Menard.
Have you ever heard Alexa and Siri talk to each other? It's fucking eerie.
Really?
It is. You gotta YouTube that shit sometime.
I need to find that. Yeah. I wanted to bring up. Okay, I want to bring up the Florida situation. Then I want to get into Hollywood news, and then we might have to call it after that.
Sure.
Okay, so the Florida situation. We had the devastating school shooting last week. It was utterly disgusting. There is no joking about it. The students of that school decided to, rightfully so, go on protest and march onto Congress, or march to the area where they were having a meeting, and to whether or not they were going to vote about gun control and banning specific assault rifles. Now, the point of this meeting and banning specific assault rifles is one completely other topic. So in front of all these students, after this massive shooting, the council members, these politicians, decided against the conversation of gun control. That took a lot of balls as well as a lot of naivety to do that to those kids. And those kids were there to make a statement. Now, what the actual banning of and the conversation of banning of specific rifles is completely and utterly up in the air. There are politicians out there saying the proposal for banning of assault rifles isn't going to fly because of, amongst other reasons, it is too specific. My feelings of assault rifles is there's no need for it. But that's my feeling. I do agree with the argument that assault rifles and the specific banning of a certain group of assault rifles is not enough. One politician said that the difference between an AR-15 and a different rifle, one of them was currently on the table being banned and the other one was currently off the table of being banned. The specific difference was literally nothing more than a plastic clip.
There's also there's a hunting rifle that is the exact same as an AR-15. Same caliber, same ammo that can fit inside the magazine, rate of fire, the whole works. Okay. Semi-automatic. The only difference is it's not a fully automatic, but you can get bump stocks. So
yeah, well, bump stocks could be something that is going to be flat out banned, and that is, of course, due to the shooting in Las Vegas.
So, but my point is that it's a hunting rifle, and it's for all intents and purposes, it's the exact same as an AR-15.
Yeah, and there's actually, I'm just doing a quick search right now, and there are AR-15s that are geared up to be hunting rifles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, see, I feel like it's a Band-Aid. I feel like it's not addressing the real issue, and I feel like you can go ahead and ban all the guns, right? Let's say we get rid of all weapons.
Okay.
There's still so many other ways to kill someone.
Yeah.
And if someone really wants to kill someone, there was a massacre that happened I think it was in the States, maybe in the 90s, or maybe it was earlier. Anyways, no, I think it was in the 20s or 30s. Anyways, so this guy, he just went off the deep end. He was raging about something. I think he got fired from the school, and he put something like 1,000 pounds of TNT underneath the school and in different classrooms and that. And thankfully, only half of the ordnance exploded. But he ended up killing 37 children, 3 teachers.
I got it.
So, but I mean, and that's kind of the thing is that if we don't address why people are doing this, it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep going.
I am a firm believer of the fact that if you take away the simplicity and the ease of getting weapons in general, it makes things more difficult. It doesn't stop anything, but it does slow it down dramatically.
It may stop some things. It's going to stop most people, except for those who are really dedicated. They really want to hurt someone. Right? The people who are like on the fence, not being able to get the rifle so easily, that's going to make it a lot. They may just decide no. I mean, it's a similar security tactic, right? I mean, if you put up a fence outside your house, really, it's not going to stop people, but it might deter them. The people who are really interested, they're still going to hop the fence and break into your house. But other people are like, I see a spotlight over there too. No, I'm not going in there. It's just a deterrent. But the people who really want to get in there are still going to get in there.
Yeah.
So,
do you want to know how accurate you were on that disaster?
Sure.
The Bath School disaster, sometimes known as the Bath School Massacre, was a series of violent attacks perpetrated by Andrew Keyhole May 18th, 1927 in Bath Township, Michigan. Killed 38 elementary school children and 6 adults, injuring at least 58 other people. Keyhole killed his wife in a firebombed his farm, then detonated an explosion at the Bath Consolidated School before committing suicide by detonating the final device in his truck.
Holy shit.
Andrew Keyhole was 55 years old and a school board treasurer, and was angered by increased taxes and his defeat in spring 1926 election.
That's what it was?
Election for township clerk. He was thought to have
some serious rage.
It was a simpler time. He was thought to have planned this murderous rage after his public defeat. He had a reputation for difficulty on the school board and in personal dealings. In addition, he was notified that his mortgage was going to be foreclosed upon in June 1926.
See, he's pretty much like, well, I'm at the end of my fucking rope.
Mm-hmm. Menard says it does help with minimizing. Just look at what happened after the Polytechnique massacre. The policies that were put into place did help avoiding other massacres of this size. I do agree, though, that if someone is determined to kill, they will do so. It's just you got to make it more difficult for them to do it.
Every deterrent that you add, just
quit breaking shit.
every layer of deterrent just helps to stop that much more, and then then you've really got someone who's really dedicated.
Yeah.
And it does come to a point of, are you really infringing on people's freedoms? I don't see anyone having a need for a fucking RPG, for grenades. An automatic weapon, an AK, a Barrett sniper rifle. The fuck do you need that for?
I killed a building.
Within reason. If you are in Africa and you be just I see a fucking rhino and he's charging at me from 2 kilometers away.
Maybe.
Coming right for us.
Yeah.
To quote South Park.
But to wrap up this whole thing, in that same Florida meeting where they decided to take the argument of gun control off the table in front of all these students, in that exact same meeting, they decided upon majority of vote that pornography was a health risk.
A health.
If pornography is a health risk, you're doing it wrong.
Or you're doing it too often. Take a break once in a while. Let the skin heal.
Exactly. Quit looking at it.
and it's just so amazing. Oh no.
I hate to say it, but I'm running out of time. We're hitting the hour mark. Looking at porn won't kill you, but a bullet will. Yeah, exactly. Looking at porn won't kill you, but if you're looking at it while looking at porn, it might.
Well, the fact that people have died cleaning their fucking gun.
That's just doing the community service deal.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, that just means that, there's going to be people who haven't died, but other people who have as a result.
That's true.
So
there was a few things I wanted to talk about, but unfortunately we just don't have time. But I do want to touch on two things.
Sure.
And I'm sorry, and we're hitting the hour mark. Batgirl. There was supposed to be a Batgirl movie in a DC universe, and it was supposed to be connected to the DC universe, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like anything's going to happen anytime soon because Joss Whedon has stepped away from the director's role for the Batgirl movie, citing the fact that there was a lot of excitement and enthusiasm for the project, but no one had a real script. So he has stepped down, which is something that a smart director would do, and it looks like Zack Snyder might be stepping in. Now, Zack Snyder is already elbows deep in the DC universe and also is known for epics like The Watchmen and 300. Can't complain about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, we almost lost Kevin Smith, the fucker.
Yeah.
Jeez, he was doing...
That was a surprise. That was a shock.
He was doing a show. He was planning on doing 2 shows at night and was starting to feel ill towards the end of the first show. Decided to cancel the second show, went to the hospital, and turns out he had a 100% blockage in one of the arteries in his heart.
100%. That is fucking... How do you come back from that? It's 100%.
He was smart enough to go to the hospital when he did, because if he didn't cancel his second show, and he's known for being stubborn, more stubborn than lazy, he went to the hospital and the doctors looked at him immediately and just got into him immediately. The condition that he had is literally nicknamed the Widowmaker because not many come back from it.
Well, that's 100% blockage. I mean, you gotta fucking break that shit up so it doesn't clog further down the line. You gotta fucking... Well, shit, you gotta get it out of the fucking artery in the first place.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was in his heart, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. How the fuck do you do that?
I don't know.
Let's get some ultrasound on this bitch.
I don't know.
No? Let's get some Dr. Ho therapy in there. Fucking strap on the
Dr. Ho. Oh my god. That guy has more of a fascination with electricity than any mild-mannered kid should. Menard says, let's hope he takes it easy and recovers quickly. Damn right. Yeah. Do you want to know why?
Yeah.
Here's the main reason why. He's coming to Prince George in May.
You...
He's better not die before I shake his hand, god damn it.
You can die during, then I got a story to tell. I killed Kevin Smith with this hand.
Yeah, exactly. FanCon. He's coming to Prince George for Northern FanCon, and he better frickin' make it, goddammit. Anyway.
Make sure to bring your truck so that if he needs to get to a hospital, you can fucking take him.
Oh,
Ooh, bitch. Get out of here.
Well, you don't know what I'm driving now, do you?
Deploy the cow catcher?
No, I'm driving a white Crown Vic.
Okay, that works too. That works too.
Oddly enough, vehicles get out of my way for no reason whatsoever.
You know what? I see so few Crown Vics now that I don't even if I were to see a Crown Vic, it wouldn't register until after they passed.
Yeah. But I gotta wrap it up.
Sure.
Sorry. So you, by all means, get your spiel out. And before that, thank you, Menard, for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
So.
All right. So I'm Elijah. Thank you for joining us. You can find me on the website, WTFATTA. blogspot.com. You can email us, wtfattapodcast@gmail.com. Find me on Twitter at wtfatta and also on Instagram at the same. And you can find me on Facebook at the WTF ATTA podcast. I may have had a minor stroke there.
Where am I? What is this place?
Grandpa Simpson? When I was your age,
Yeah.
we had shoe potatoes.
You got your music on? Or do you play music at the end?
I always throw it on in post because I can never get the levels right for the outro.
All right, fine. I'm JD, the Media Jack. This has been the Flipside, the home of the finest insanity on your stream. Episode 415. What are we going to call this?
Oh, shit. I wasn't even thinking about that. We talked about radiation. We talked about
gun control,
Trump.
porn bad, Batgirl, severed feet.
Trump's radioactive severed porn foot.
Jesus. This is not Scrabble.
Oh, okay. We talked about Kevin Smith's heart attack.
Yeah, that was brief. Talked about shopping online. Talked about Greyhound.
Highway to hell.
Hell's Gate.
Highway of Tears.
Yeah.
Hell's Gate. I don't know.
I got it. Severed footprints in Hell's Gate.
Yes. Yes. I like it.
All right.
Severed footprints in Hell's Gate.
Severed
Beautiful.
footprints in Hell's Gate. As always, you can follow me all over social media at The Media Jack. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitch, and YouTube. Continue to speak from the skull, and I'll catch you next time.
Cheers. Clear.